Hi, this is Tim Ashdown for Comics and Gaming Magazine, and welcome to our video review for Kinect Star Wars. Where to begin with this game? A lot of gamers and Star Wars fans out there have most likely seen some form of video footage of this title, particularly a certain Han Solo featured dance number. And a lot of people are claiming that this is probably the worst thing to happen to the Star Wars franchise since the introduction of Jar Jar Binks. I can assure you that things aren't that bleak. Let's see, where to begin? Kinect Star Wars is a collection of minigames all tied together with this R2-D2 C-3PO type narrative. The two droids have been tasked to go through the Jedi archives, and that's where we pick up with these different gameplay modes. Now, there are several modes in this package, 5 to be specific, but the only problem I had with this intertwining narrative with the two droids is that since you have to sit through their banter every time the game starts up, it does get annoying quite quickly, and there isn't any real way to skip it. Moving on to the games themselves, there's 5 different play modes, as I mentioned. There is Pod Racing, which will have you speeding across the galaxy as the newest member of Team Watto. There's also Rancor Rampage, which will have you smashing and crashing through various settlements as a Rancor. There's the Galactic Dance-Off that'll have you busting a move with the likes of Leia, Lando, Lobot, and Han Solo himself. And then there's also Jedi Destiny Dark Side Rising, which is actually a single-player campaign where you will be playing as a Jedi, wielding a lightsaber and the Force with your body. And for the more duelist-oriented people out there, you can take on some of the Empire's worst villains in Duels of Fate. Let's start with Pod Racing. Pod Racing is actually the most mechanically sound minigame in this collection. I did find the controls to be responsive and all the tracks quite challenging. There's lots of obstacles to avoid and several alternate routes you can take. The only problem is you have to stand with your arms outstretched like this, and it can get your arms can get very tired and sore. I found it fun, challenging, but only for about the first lap. After the second lap, my arms got too tired and I had to stop. So it's unfortunate because I really enjoyed that part of the game. I also found the controls in the Jedi Destiny sections to be really unresponsive and quite awkward to control. There's this whole blocking, parrying mechanic that you have to do, and it doesn't really translate with the one-to-one motion that Kinect is supposed to offer. So the controls were rather imprecise, and I found them quite awkward at most times. The most fun I had with Kinect Star was actually in the Galactic Dance-Off, which will have you, busting a move with the baddest cat in the galaxy, Lando Calrissian. And it's full of parody songs. Songs like Genie in a Bottle or Hollerback Girl have now been transformed into Star Wars-inspired parodies like Princess in a Battle and Hologram Girl. There's also club anthems like We No Speak No Americano, which has been turned into We No Speak No Huttese, and Canned Heat by Jamiroquai, which was turned into Kashyyyk, which any Star Wars fan will know is Chewbacca's home planet. Also, with some serious lack of Chewbacca in this game. I was kind of bummed about that, too. Overall, I found the package to be pretty decent. However, any hardcore Star Wars fans who takes themselves super seriously will most likely hate this game. But if you're anything like me and can laugh at themselves and enjoy getting your groove on with various characters in the Star Wars universe, you may find some enjoyment here. Another group of people that will probably enjoy this game are parents. It's very kid-friendly, really safe. And if you have kids that grew up on Star Wars: The Clone Wars, they will definitely find some joy in this title. But overall, I found the controls to be decently lackluster and awkward at times, and there is some weird body positions they have to get you in order to use the Kinect controls. But the dancing, super fun. So in short, I found Kinect Star Wars to be fun at parties, but when played alone, very awkward and tiresome. I give this game 70 out of 100. So that's a review for Kinect Star Wars.